Hey everyone, I'm back. Today I've got this old charger in my hand, and I thought it'd be fun to see what we can turn it into. I've also got a signal splitter here. For those who don't know, this little thing is usually used to split and route signals to different devices. But you know, when you put these two things together, it really makes you wonder, what could we possibly create out of them? Suddenly, an idea just popped into my head. First, I'm going to pop open the charger and take out the circuit board inside. We won't be needing it for this project, but you might want to keep it in case you come up with a recycling idea later. I don't know exactly how your charger is built, but once you've removed the circuit board, make sure the shell is completely empty. For now, we'll just use a pair of pliers to pull out the two charging prongs. My next step is to drill this charging port hole a little wider. See this? All we really need is just a small hole like this. Here I've got two single-core wires ready. All we need to do now is connect their ends to the two charging prongs. You'd better take a close look here. Make sure the wires are seated correctly, the connections are snug, and no loose strands are touching anything unsafe. Now we're going to drill a hole right in the center of the cover, just wide enough to fit the threaded end of the signal splitter. Alright, now let's secure one end of the splitter onto the charger's cover. As for the other two wire ends, we'll connect them straight into this side of the splitter. Once the wires are connected, we'll add a bit of hot glue to keep them in place and prevent them from slipping out of the connector. The glue's set now, so we can go ahead and put the cover back in its original place. In this step, I'm bending the copper wire to turn it into a signal receiver. It's fairly simple, you just pull it by hand, though it does take a bit of strength. To get it done the way you see in this video, make sure to follow along closely. So there we have it, a simple antenna put together. But we're not done yet, so stick around for what's coming next. Here I've got a small square wooden piece that I prepared before filming. I'm going to fix the charger unit onto it so it can serve as the base for my antenna setup. But that alone still isn't enough. To hook it up to the TV, we'll move on to the next step and attach a cable to go with it. To make this work, I've got a piece of TV antenna cable ready. First, we'll connect one end of the cable to a straight F connector. The other end goes into another straight F connector along with a 90-degree F connector. I realize the way I'm explaining it might sound a bit roundabout and tricky to remember, but if you pay close attention it'll click right away. And to keep it from getting boring, why don't you jump in and do it with me? Now we'll plug the straight F connector into one end of the splitter first. The other end will be hooked up to the TV in just a moment. I'm really excited to give this a try. How about you? Alright then, let's get started. Right now the antenna isn't connected yet, so the screen's still blank. No need to rush. I just want to show you that everything here is transparent and straightforward. Alright, now I'm going to plug it straight into the TV. In less than 3 seconds after I plugged the connector into the TV socket, the screen lit up and began scanning for a signal. That moment always feels special, like finishing a handmade project and watching it actually work. All the effort and patience you invested suddenly pays off. But I don't want to stop at just showing the first spark of success, because what really matters is whether the signal is stable, reliable, and usable in the long run, not just for a brief moment. That's why I encourage you to stick around until the very end of this video. Toward the finish, you won't just see how clear the picture comes through, you'll also watch as I take the camera around behind the TV stand. Some might wonder, did he really plug it in, or is this just editing magic? To clear any doubt, I filmed an extra shot showing the antenna cable neatly and firmly connected in the back. Everything is transparent and exactly as it is. Also, keep an eye on this. It's not only about seeing the picture appear, but whether the signal stays smooth and steady. Stability is the real measure of whether this device is truly effective. That's why I want you to watch until the final moments. When you see the image remain sharp and uninterrupted, you'll feel more confident to try building one yourself, or even upgrading it into your own unique version. I understand that DIY experiments like this may look simple on the surface, but once you start, plenty of questions come up. That's exactly why I film every step in detail, explain things clearly, and show you the real outcome. It's not about tricks, it's about giving you something practical that you can replicate. If you have any questions, ideas, or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I always read your feedback, and it makes me genuinely happy to see the community sharing fresh methods, clever tips, and new approaches. Before wrapping up, I want to sincerely thank you for staying with me all the way to this point. Watching the video through to the end isn't just support, it's a huge motivation for me to keep creating more interesting projects. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Every interaction from you is encouragement and helps me continue this journey for the long term. And as promised, near the end of the video you'll see the shot where I move the camera behind the TV stand to show the antenna cable plugged securely in place. I want you to know that everything you're seeing here is real. No tricks, no hidden edits. What you see is the direct, unaltered result of the process we just completed together. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on this little journey. I hope you're not only watching but also inspired to build your own version at home. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.